I mean, you get a pizza party later is what you need. This is what it's all leading to is a pizza party.
And that's the start of the recording. That exact word. Those exact words.
Welcome back to CCRPG. We just left off with the DBC crew having rendezvoused with each other out in the outskirts of Flus Delta, the spaceport city on the surface of this mining planet, as they continue to try to investigate the mysterious deactivation and disappearance of the population. After obtaining some leads and following a pathway they got out in the scrublands, they continue to move forward to see what they can find. DBC crew, what do you think about what's going on right now?
Well, I think it is awfully mysterious. And it reminds Astro of his role as space detective in his hit action comedy Space Detective.
I wouldn't call it a comedy so much as a tragedy.
Comedy for the wrong reasons.
I'm trying to think of like a Sherlock Holmes space pun, but nothing's coming to mind, so I'll just leave it at that.
I mean, Moriarty did write a book called Dynamics of an Asteroid, so there you go.
Okay. I didn't know that. I guess that works.
Let's see. Dyne just kind of thinks, what the hell? Why would someone set up all this to have giant insects and other terrestrial creatures invade their own city?
Eveline's so mad that she doesn't know anything about iridium alum, and is also thinking that like there's clearly something we're not being told.
Yeah, I mean, and Astro's thinking like clearly, there's some sort of conspiracy, to kind of, I guess, cover their tracks. Whatever was being done, they set up the city so that anyone investigating would, presumably meet their end at the hands or at the wings of the space bees in the city. So it still doesn't answer like where did all the people go? Was there like a struggle between like two factions in the city, and if so, like what happened to the losers?
No, unlikely.
Unlike
the emails I was reading and everything, it seemed almost routine. I think this was planned.
Well, wait, what did the emails say?
I mean, I can't go into detail on the emails because Bob didn't last session, but
what do you mean they seemed routine? Like the plan was routine, or like they were just going about their daily business and then suddenly nothing?
How to explain it? Yes.
Like, what makes you think this was all planned?
Well, because they had set up the power station. The emails that I read there, like it was designed to do what it did. They set up these resonators there. Like, this isn't something that just happened. Like, these resonators were put there, and it's not something you do to another faction. This isn't a weapon. At least not the way they had it.
Yeah. But, I mean, it does attract these creatures. Do you think they didn't know that would happen?
Oh, no, I'm fairly sure that they did.
If they moved the resonators, they had to know what was going to happen when we turned them back on.
What's the purpose of these resonators in the first place?
Well, since they seem to be placed outside the city, I suppose it's to attract the fauna away from the city if they ever get too close.
It almost looked like it put them in a hypnotic state, kind of, and kept
Yes.
them holding. When Torsay turned it on, and almost like they were just not quite hypnotized, but like pulled towards it to stay around it until it ran out of power. So if enough of them were turned on in the city, yeah, everything outside the city would move into the city.
Almost like a hive, like they're being told to do something by a queen or something, right?
Almost.
That's unsettling.
Well, let's see what we can find farther down this path. Maybe we'll find another clue.
Okay.
And you guys continue down the pathway, kind of marching along with your mechs. After a little bit of time, you actually get like a quick message from Torsay back on the DBC. It just reads like it's like a quick text message that displays for all of you that just says, "I'm picking something up. Give me one moment."
Okay. Let's hold here until she gets a read on this.
Sounds good.
After a moment or so, Torsay actually comes up on the communicator connected to all of you and says, "Guys, there's something very active in that direction. I'm picking up a signal."
Oh,
What kind of signal? Like electronic, flora, fauna?
A emergency beacon signal. Something in that direction is requesting help.
Well, we should definitely check on it then.
Good thing we're heading out that direction, then, isn't it?
I don't know what it is, and there's no way we ever would have picked it up from the city. It's only because of how close you are now that I am able to see it.
Well, I wonder if they tried to escape the city and some of the creatures managed to not be caught by the sonic resonators. It's definitely a possibility.
let's go check it out. At the very least, we should be able to get some more answers.
One way or the other. Maybe,
Yep.
like Evelene said, we'll find the corpses.
I mean, to be clear, I would also be happy with living people. Just corpses are the next best thing.
You know what? That's what I was always told. You know, next best thing to people, bunch of corpses.
I'm gonna have to write that down and reference it in the future, aren't I? Yep, it's going in my notes. Notes TXT.
All right, so you guys kind of head in the direction of the emergency signal. As you head in that direction, Torsay kind of like patches it into you all so you can kind of see it on the map. You notice as you make your way in that direction, you're headed towards kind of like one of the elevations ahead of you. It looks like you're heading towards a slightly more mountainous region of this planet.
Okay. Do we think the beacon's coming from like one of the mountains?
It is
we're gonna
coming
have to-
from that direction. It is hard to say distance-wise whether or not it's like on top of the mountain, on the side of the mountain, you know, under the mountain. You just know it's in that direction currently.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's keep on moving then.
And as you get closer, Torsay comes back in over the comms and says, "Okay, I am very positive of it now. There is fighting happening ahead of you. You're probably going to want to get ready."
Ooh. Finally, some action.
I'm reading a lot of energy usage and a lot of weapon discharges.
Are they weapon discharges you'd get from a mech?
It's unclear. I mean, could be. It could be.
All
I'm
right.
not detecting any large-scale reactors like you guys are carrying, though.
All right, let's hurry along, see if we can get some recon on this first.
So you kind of so you're trying to get close to kind of see what's happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as you kind of inch closer and try to get a sight on the horizon, you get close enough that especially Rock, with kind of like the distant optics that he has for his sniping stuff, and that Comet has via his like improved sensor arrays and things like that. Once you kind of get within a certain amount of range of it, you start to notice physical structures. And by physical structures, I mean a large gated wall, basically, built into like a side of the cliff heading forward. It looks like up ahead there is a cliff face with a series of staircases ascending up the side of the cliff face. And at the bottom of the cliff face is a kind of like a guard wall with a gate and a series of turrets allied on top of the wall at various sections. And very quickly, you see what all the commotion is about, as a bunch of very familiar-looking superfauna seem to be assaulting the wall and being shot at by the turrets.
Excuse me.
How successful are the turrets fighting back the fauna?
Minorly.
Well,
Okay.
All right. Well, it looks
I
like
think-
maybe we should fight this super fauna.
yeah, I think we help out here and maybe talk to whoever's inside this compound. Gonna owe us.
Assuming they don't turn the turrets on us.
Yeah,
find
I was
out.
gonna say,
That would be very rude.
All right. So as you approach, you start heading towards the fray. The first thing you immediately notice is all of you individually, as soon as you're within range, get pinged by some sort of automated system. It's like an IFF kind of signal checker. And as if you're getting a random party invite in an MMO, all of you just instantly get invited to be patched into some sort of network as you approach.
Okay, I'll accept.
are you accepting on behalf of the party, or do we all accept individually?
I'm just accepting on my Mac.
I mean, yeah, I'll accept. Why?
Yeah,
I'll accept.
I'll accept. Yeah.
As you guys get closer, immediately as you accept, like the turrets in your targeting computers all go blue, right? Like they go from like kind of like the whatever you have. Well, I should say allied. Whatever
Yeah.
colors you have set from neutral turn into allied colors,
Yeah.
and immediately they start sharing their targeting data with you. All of the turrets start sharing their targeting data of the various terrorflies and nempacks that are currently assaulting the gate. And from there, we are going to transition into combat.
Do-do-do.
All right. Now, before this combat begins, I need to know how many times this group I've joined has cleared this raid.
Never. This is a learning group.
All right, I'm
No,
going by.
I was zoomed out too far, and my mech said "rue."
Roo.
Wow.
Oh my. You know,
Yeah,
it would have
sing
been
the
nice.
Wonderful thing about Tigger song here soon.
Tigger's a wonderful thing. The
You know,
tops are made of the rubber, the bottoms are made of the spring.
Wow.
I don't think there's much
Very
fun
nice.
here.
All right. Well, now this is the first time we're going to be using tokens made. Basically, I got cleared and kind of custom made for the group here via Retrograde Minis. the kind of tokens we're using for Orion, Chimera, Rock, Comet, and all of the turrets. They're pretty fucking sweet. If you guys check them out, if
I love
you guys
mine.
you guys might even fiddle with them in the future if you guys want to kind of change the look of what your token is like. But I wanted to kind of get close to what I thought all of your mechs were set up like right now. And with this, we're going to start the combat. You guys are able to kind of deploy inward behind the attacking group of riled up megafauna. And the first thing you all pick up on your sensors is a signal. It is kind of a low it is a high kind of droning signal that is just out of auditory hearing, but your sensors are picking it up. And it appears to be coming from a terrorfly that is larger than any single one of your mechs. It is this hulking, multi-limbed, beating wing thing floating out over the desert that appears to be facing off against the wall.
Is that what would be marked as the Hive?
The one
Hive
that's
Lord,
probably marked as the Hive Lord there. That one.
The big one.
That one. That's the
Yeah.
one.
Boy.
All right,
Big
and
boy.
then you guys are kind of getting a drop on this combat, so I am going to let your side activate first.
Okay.
Your side also consists of the turrets. So if you decide to, I will let you choose to activate one of the turrets if your party wants to like let another round go by. There are 4 turrets. From top to bottom, we will just call them turret 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Sounds good.
Do they all activate at once, or is it like we pick one?
They're each individual actors. So,
Okay.
the one side has a bunch of creatures on it, and then the other side is you guys plus the turrets.
Do you guys? I mean, this is kind of my jam. Do you guys want me to activate?
Go right
first?
ahead.
Feel free.
Okay. I'm gonna protocol Neural Shunt. For the rest of the scene, I gain the Mark for Death action. So I choose a creature within 30 range, further than 5 to focus on. When I'm focusing, I'm immobilized and cannot take reactions. But I will deal bonus damage based on my weapon size on range critical hits against them, as long as they're not in cover.
Nice.
I'm going to choose the Hive Lord.
Okay.
I'm mobilized anyway, so of course I'm going to crack shot this.
God, it makes sense.
I can't move, so therefore I will not move twice.
Yeah, right. All right, hold on. I gotta add up my accuracies here, 'cause I always forget. Let's see.
You're moving from Comet, not from yourself, or is that was something different?
That's
I'm not
me
moving.
also.
Okay, that was you.
measuring
Okay.
things for the future. Yeah, just curious.
Yeah, nah. I'll just shoot. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. I have 2 accuracy. Crack shot.
So you're shooting the Hive Lord?
Yep, I'm shooting the Hive Lord. All right.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
So you fire with your anti-material rifle and roll a 23.
That's a critical hit.
Uh-huh.
This means that I also shoot an additional 3d6 damage.
All good things.
Because I'm neural shunting right now. So instead of taking 7, he'll take an additional 9 or 16 total damage.
Also, re-roll the 2d6 because you roll it twice and take the higher of the 2 for a crit.
Yeah, you could get better than 7, so.
Yeah, still 7.
7 again. So it was a fated 7.
I don't. My damage isn't getting added in here correctly. It's actually 1 more. No. Never mind. That's a different thing. So yep. So So I performed a critical hit. I have line of sight of it. Let's give it a headshot. So they only have line of sights to adjacent squares until the end of their next turn. Hold on. They have to pass a hull save.
All right, let me just check one thing because I know I have a thing on this that Oh, okay. What type of damage do you have on that
Piercing,
shot?
armor piercing.
Uh,
Kinetic armor piercing.
it is kinetic. Okay, but it does have armor, so you are piercing the armor, but that's not this. So it is piercing damage. So this creature has a special effect, the Hive Lord. It has tempered hide. It has resistance to 2 damage types. The first one you now know. The first one is kinetic damage.
Okay, so resistance is half damage, correct?
That's correct.
I mean, still half of 16.
Yeah.
8 is still a lot of fucking damage, man. All right, so you just blast it from behind. It like wasn't even prepared for you, as you just like core one side of it and just completely open it up.
Does it hull save? I don't know how.
It can make a hull save. Let me do that now.
Yeah. So is it my save target he needs to hit?
Yes, it needs to beat your save
11.
target. Only a 6.
So not only did he not know where that came from, he can't see shit until the end of his next turn.
Nice.
All good things.
Makes sense.
All right, I'm just
That
gonna.
thing's more or less out of the fight for a while.
I'm just gonna go ahead and use this bloody eye here.
All right. Thank you for letting me activate first.
No problem.
So what does that mean again? It can only see adjacent to it.
Yes, only
Until-
adjacent spaces until the end of their next turn is the specific wording.
End of its next turn. Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
So I don't know what it's going to decide to do at this point.
Gotcha. All right.
It was that or immobilize, basically. So
I mean, they both will effectively do the same thing
hopefully.
because it doesn't really know which direction that shot came from.
It knows it got shot in the back.
Oh, it knows it got shot in the back. It just doesn't know from exactly which direction.
I mean, it's gonna turn around and see you four. Oh, right, you can't see,
I can't
so
see.
it won't. It'll turn around and see nothing. Is what's gonna happen.
Be very confused.
Yeah,
What
it's
if
gonna
it
be
did-
very confused.
Would it be something if they saw the NEMPAC to like, you shot me in the back and start attacking with NEMPAC?
You
It
betrayed
It can't
me.
even see. It can't even see the other NEMPAC.
Nope.
Only
Yeah,
adjacent
it's
squares.
It's too far away, unfortunately.
All right, so that's your full round.
Yeah.
End turn. There we go. All right. So the Hive Lord is going to activate.
Hold on 1 second. I don't think anything. Yeah, no, nothing's in range for any of my other guns, so that's why I only use the anti-material, even though it's technically a barrage action, I guess. But
Okay.
whatever.
The Hive Lord is going to activate just because it makes sense that this is the thing that activates. It turns around. It is angrily chittering. It can't see anything. It actually, it knows. See, here's the thing. It doesn't know how far away you guys are either. But it knows how far away from it the turrets were that it was fighting before. So what it is going to do is it is going to fly this way. Just kind of randomly to get towards where it knows more of its brood was. And it is also going to it as it moves, it makes like a high screeching chittering noise that also kind of sets off the same detection in your sensor data as kind of the vibration noise was. That's kind of buried in the chittering noises of this beast. And that's going to be its turn. It sends back to your side.
Cool.
Hmm.
You
You guys want me to go, or do you guys have plans?
I mean, I basically am thinking about attacking the Hive Lord before he comes unblinded. But if you have something bigger,
He is
or
unblinded. It's been the end of his turn, so he
Oh,
can
is it?
see now.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
It like flies towards its brood as it's like shaking its eyes and like wiping them against its like clawed scythe arm and stuff. And it only just gets to here before it finishes like grooming itself.
That's unfortunate. Oh well.
I can also go and put lockdown on him.
If you
Yeah,
want
but
to,
my-
go
Wanna
ahead.
roll.
My gut says we should probably try to
Guys want
finish him as
buff.
fast as possible.
All
I'm
right.
not even sure I could. Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna.
mean, he's my focus. If you guys don't focus him, I'll still be attacking him. It's up to you.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna move next to Rock. Take a few steps back. And take a quick tech action to put lock on the Hive Lord. So I'll mark him. He's still within 20 from here. Let me check. He has to be within my sensor range. Yeah. Oh yeah, easily.
20 is basically where this NEMPAC is up here.
Yeah,
NEMPAC
yeah,
1.
Yeah,
so-
it gets you almost to the wall.
Cool.
Remind me again what lock on does. It just gives us accuracy.
Yeah. So they gain the lock on condition. That means any character making an attack against someone with lock on may choose to gain +1 accuracy on that attack. And once you do, you clear the lock on condition when the attack resolves.
Gotcha.
When you do that, you're consuming the lock on. So he has lock on until one of you consumes it by taking the accuracy. Okay, so I'll lock on the Hive Lord, and then I think I'm gonna take out. My two LMG guns are gonna come out of the side of the hull of my mech, and it will aim at the Terrafly 1. Right there. So they're on the same mount in their auxiliary weapons. So I'll shoot with one LMG, and then the second one I'll also fire with, but it won't have any bonus damage if I crit or something. So let me roll up the damage. Also, they're accurate, so I get
+1 accuracy?
+1 accuracy. Yeah. Forgot that last time I was playing. Where's button? Sorry, dead air. Okay. So I rolled 8 on the first and 18 on the second.
And you're attacking Terrafly 1?
Yes. Both of them were shooting at Terrafly 1.
Huh. That's really odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a second.
Sure
here.
thing.
Terrafly 1 was so scared it exploded from your damage.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'm pretty scary.
All right, I'm gonna have to. I didn't realize this was gonna happen, but ComCon has numbered things differently than I have them numbered.
Okay.
So we're gonna do a thing here real quick. All right, so
Can we get the Monty Python interlude music here?
so it did a thing where it numbered all the creatures that don't share a name with each other, but still sequentially. So like every enemy is a number.
Oh.
So it's not like Terrafly 1, 2, and 3, Nempax 1, 2, and 3. It's like Greater Hive Lord 1, Terrafly 2, Nempax 3.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So
Just
I need
numbered them all.
Yeah,
in
it
one
numbered
set.
all of the NPCs,
Yeah.
not just the ones that were named the same. So you are 2. 3 is this guy. 4 is this guy. Fixing things on the fly here. The
Oh,
terror
good.
fly. That is. You are going to be 6. Impact is 2 and 3, and one of these is just going to become 4. Okay, so wait. 2. So there's an impact that's 2. There's an impact that's 3 and 4. So there's a terrorfly.
There's a 3
so
and 4
6.
being shared.
And okay, then they really just screwed me over here because like there's an Impax 2
Yeah.
and 3 and 4, but there's also a Terrafly 3, 4, 5, and 6. But there's no Terrafly 1 or 2. Oh my god, this is so messed up. So Terrafly, I'm just gonna do Terrafly. Terrafly 3, Terrafly 4, Terrafly 5, Terrafly 6. Okay, and then Nempax 2, Nempax 3, Nempax 4. Okay, this lines up with what I have now.
All right. Hooray,
So you're attacking
arbitrary
Terrafly
numbering
3.
system.
Yay, hooray, numbers.
Yeah, I attacked Terrafly 3 then.
All right, you're attacking Terrafly Green Triangle. So 8 and 18. 8 will miss and 18 will hit.
All right.
And you do what?
2 kinetic damage.
It has an armor of 1. So you do see against its hardened hide that only a bit of that damage gets through.
Okie doke. Oh, and I forgot to mention when once per round, when I inflict lock on, my target also becomes shredded. So Hive Lord 1, it has lock on and is also shredded, which means
Double
can't use
damage.
armor. Right?
Oh no, ignore armor,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure doesn't shredded get
I might be
through
wrong.
resistance as well?
I think it makes it so it doesn't benefit from armor or resistance. Let me double
I'm
check.
pretty
see.
sure,
I
I'm pretty
just had
sure
it
that
up
is
here.
invalidated its
Shredded
resistance
characters
as well.
don't benefit from armor or resistance.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because Chuck tried to give himself resistance last combat and it didn't work. because he
Right,
was
I
shredded.
remember that.
These guys have things that shred.
Okay, cool. I think that's all for me. I could give out a leadership die, but I'm gonna wait for a little.
Hold
bit.
off. Yeah, you've done a lot already.
I've
All
done a lot
right.
of leadering.
You've been very leadery. All right. Combined with the shrieking of its Hive Lord and being attacked, Terrafly 3 is going to activate here. Terrafly 3 has a pretty good movement. So it is going to move 6 hexes towards you. There, Comet Boy.
Uh-oh.
And it is going to spit some of that shimmery, oily black acid at you.
No thanks.
Oh, well, I'll find a new target then. You got me.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Thank you for being so polite.
All right,
Orion
so
automatically
this
declines your
is,
request. He's leaving the party.
16 versus your evasion.
Pretty sure that hits. Let me double. Yeah, for sure that hits.
All right. You're going to take 3 energy damage, and you become shredded until the end of your next turn. Until the end of the Terrorflies. Until the end of Terrorfly's next turn.
Okay, 3 energy. Got it. I'm shredded.
And shredded. All right, and I believe that is as close as the Terrorfly can get. So it is going to end its turn there. Now back to your guys' side, Chimera or Orion?
Mind if I go?
Yeah, go for it. I'm trying to figure out how the ram just bug while saving
I'm
my
gonna murder
action
the bug
economy.
since it's here.
Oh, if you
Try
murder
to.
it, I'm cool with that too. Go murder a bug.
Oh, okay.
Go murder a bug.
Go
I mean,
murder
don't we-
a bug. I've been given orders.
I actually have a leadership ability that no one knows about.
It's called Strong Recommendation.
yes. Sorry, Astro, you're not the only one.
It's called strongly worded letter to the manager.
Okay, so I am going to take aim at Terrorfly 3. And I am going to start off, let's see, I should be within range, right? 6x's. Yep, definitely. By firing my Soul Pattern laser rifle, so full barrage. I rolled a 10.
10 will just hit it.
And I take 1 heat as a result of my weapon. It deals 5 energy damage and 1 burn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 energy damage, and then burn does 1 damage immediately, and then gives it 1 burn.
Yep. Alrighty, and then I am going to follow up with my heavy laser rifle and burn it some more, or try to. I rolled an 18.
Ooh, good.
I mean, it sounds to me like you hit it. I mean, that's my guess.
I deal 9 damage and 3 more burn, and I take 3 additional heat.
So you incinerate the bug.
Yes.
So let me just go ahead and give this bug 0 HP. NPC destroyed. Thanks, ComCon. That's always very satisfying when the NPCs in ComCon go to 0 HP. It just says really big at the top, NPC destroyed.
Oh, that's nice.
I think it should replace destroyed with incinerated, because that was my goal.
I mean, in this case.
I'll make a recommendation in the source in the
All right,
GitHub
so
repo.
you pop up another 3 heat from your very powerful laser rifle.
Vengeance from before.
Oh god, yeah. Orion has a fucking warpath going on these things. Damn.
Okay, I'm gonna move 2 spaces forward to get a little bit closer. Then I'm gonna end my turn.
All right. That is going to be Orion's turn. And then we're going to pop back over to the other side. You are going to see from a distance the northernmost Nempaks kind of getting up. Like you could tell that as you guys were approaching, they were already assaulting the wall. This one is already like in the midst of like climbing up this wall to kind of crush the northernmost turret number 1 there. So it is going to use its claws to tear at it.
Man, aren't these guys glad we didn't decide to wait 10 hours?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah, they're probably pretty happy that their outer defenses weren't destroyed. But how would you have known?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, it's gonna do it's 12 versus the turret's evasion. I wonder what a turret's evasion is. 8. Okay. That's more evasive than I would have thought,
The
actually.
turret
yeah, actually, yeah.
dodges out of the way.
You know what's sad? The turret has more evasion than I do.
Oh, God.
I mean, you're kind of a
Yeah,
really,
that's
really
bad.
hot turret, right?
Just a turret that moves a little bit.
and has a lot of vents on it. All right, so those claws are going to tear into the turret for 6 damage. And at this, you do notice that the turret itself is like a hardened metal turret. It's very durable. Even though this creature like ravages this turret, it is not getting through the armor completely, and you can tell that these turrets are armored.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Which turret did it attack? The north one
It
or
attacked
the middle one?
turret 1. Yeah, the furthest north turret.
Okay.
All right, and that is going to be Nempak's 4's turn. It is back to your side, Chimera or turrets.
I don't think. You know what? I want to do something at least because I'm mostly built on doing melee attacks, but everything's kind of too far away, and it might be better for the turrets to start chipping away a little bit than maybe me close the distance later.
Actually, like that play.
Yeah, because like all I'm gonna do is get closer and say like, "Yep, I'm closer, all right," and the turrets are just gonna take more damage.
Yeah, but you can react to them coming up if the turrets go now. I think it's smart.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to use my magical technical powers to possess North Turret and say
Okay.
North Turret should respond to its attack.
All right, you activate the northernmost turret, indicating it's time for it to go. It aims down at the Nempak that is clawing at it, as you see just a red light build up in the center of the turret, and then a blast of radiant red laser heat like fly out the front of it. That is going to be 18 versus the Nempak's evasion, which super hits. And that is going to do 6 energy damage to the Nempak's. The Nempak's has 1 armor, so it will only take 5.
What is the range of the turrets?
You are unsure because it shot basically straight down into the ground, shooting at the Nempak's.
I wasn't sure, like when we became allies with the turrets, we got like stats on that.
You didn't get stats on the turrets, but they are sharing their targeting data with you.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, so I can't activate its other stuff yet. And you can tell that the turret is heating up as it takes 4 heat for that attack.
Huh.
That is turret number 1's go. Chimera or another turret. Or no, the turret went. I forgot they're not against you. So let's pop over to one of the enemies I'll activate.
Did you want to move Chimera before the turn ends?
It's not my turn.
Well, no,
turn.
it's the enemy's turn.
Oh, okay.
We have to complete the enemy's stuff.
Got it.
We are going to have Terrafly 5 activate. It is going to sling some of its oily acid at turret number 3, the third one down there. Uh, 15 will hit the turret. The turret does have 2 armor, and it isn't shredded yet. So it will only get through 1 damage on the turret.
Okay.
But it also shreds that turret.
No.
And then as the second part of Terrafly 5's turn, it is, after covering it with its acid, is going to fly straight at the turret. And it is going to rake at it with its claws. Only a 7 versus the turret's evasion, which we've determined means the turret can dodge. So the Terrorfly, what I imagine happens here is the Terrorfly flies up, taking the opening made by its acid to try and jam its claw through the side of the turret. But the turret spins in such a way that it presents a very armored side of itself that the Terrorfly can't get through. And that will be Terrorfly 5's turn. Now it's back to your side.
I'm kind of tempted to let nature take its course. Like, I might defer my action a bit for longer.
Okay.
Do it, Queen.
I'm sorry?
You heard me.
I literally didn't.
I said, do it, Queen.
Yeah.
Fucking slay.
Okay, then, fine. Jeez. Yeah, I'm feeling God, two or three. I'm gonna say let's keep burning down Netpack 4. So I say turn number 2 activates on the Netpack.
You don't get to tell it what to do, but that is a good guess. It is going to attack Nempax 4.
If you don't mind, please turret 2.
Turret 2 has no consciousness and thus does not acknowledge your command. It immediately aims at Nempack 4 and charges up the same kind of heat beam that it used before. And that is going to be crit 21 versus Nempax 4.
It's because I said please.
Yeah, it is. It's that little bit of extra kindness you gave it there. That's what did it. Nempax 4 is going to take 6 energy damage.
Sweet.
But it has an armor, so it's only going to take 5. And then turret 2 takes 4 heat. All right, back to the enemies. Nempax 3 is going to... what has it seen the most of? It saw the Hive Lord come towards it, but it was already focused on something else. And a Terrorfly went that way, but only because it was shot at. Nempax 3 is going to charge the turret the Terrorfly is already attacking. So it is going to charge the wall with its Rampage ability. So let's decharge that because it's using it. Moves its speed in a straight line. The wall needs to make an agility save. It fails. It's a wall.
Are you sure it doesn't dodge out of the way?
I mean, if you don't roll the dice, you don't know for sure.
I don't know. Have you guys seen how the wall plays in that old Monster Rancher game? I'm pretty sure it was the most dodgy thing in existence.
It could be pretty evasive. So it rams the wall, and you see a spider web of cracks like kind of radiate out from where it charged the wall as it uses those cracks as leverage, and it just starts clawing in its claws into these cracks and pulls itself up the wall as it tries to claw at the turret 3 at the top. So it is going to roll an attack. 15 versus turret 3, which will hit. Turret 3 is shredded right now, so it is going to take the full 6 kinetic damage.
Turret 3 reveals it can blast off into the atmosphere, avoiding the attack.
I like this narrative we're building around the turrets.
Turrets are people too.
All right, so that was Nempax 3's turn. Back to your side.
Do we have any gauge? So we don't know like what the health of the turrets are either, or heat, or maximum heat.
No, you can see things like how much damage they are currently taking and how much heat they're currently taking, but you don't have an idea of what their upper end limit is.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna keep on activating turrets. So turret 3 should activate next, and I guess I can't tell it what to do. So
Turret 3
please
activates.
do good.
Turret 3 is going to shoot at the Terrorfly.
Good. That's what I wanted.
Good. You're good at predicting what they'll do then.
It's a 50-50 shot, to be fair.
And it rolls very badly. It only gets an 8 versus Terrorfly, and Terrorflies are very evasive. So you see it charge up its thermal lance that just like blasts past it in the air, but it still does accumulate 4 heat. All right. Nempax 2 was much closer to the Hive Lord when it got attacked, so it is going to turn and wheel on all of you.
That's what I wanted.
That's not what I want.
I mean, everything's just working for Chimera today. I mean,
well, no. So the whole plan was I was planning on attacking that Nempack, but I was like, I wonder if we can get it to come closer so I can actually attack with a melee attack.
As the one who's closest to the Nempack, I disagree with your plan.
You're fine. You can take it. You repaired all your structure. Get structure to spare.
I'm within range of a Terrorfly, a Hive Lord, and an Nempack.
So,
all right, so it is going
Sounds like
to
a you problem.
It's going to run here, and Orion, you can tell as it's running, it starts to pick up speed. It is going to use its rampage ability to move its speed again in a straight line. All right, I need to measure from 1 hex. So, all right, cool. That does the thing that I wanted it to do. And it just rams right through you.
Sorry, Jeremy.
It ignores reactions and engagement and moves freely through spaces occupied by other characters. Make an agility save.
I am so good at those.
I'm sure.
Let's see here.
I believe in you.
Let's see.
Sometimes you roll a nat 20. Sometimes you don't.
Oh, there it is. I rolled a 9.
You don't.
Nine's decent.
A 9's decent, but its save is 10, unfortunately. So you are going to take 4 kinetic damage immediately.
Joy.
I mean, if you have armor, that still works on this.
I have 2 armor, I think.
You have 1, it looks like.
Okay. It's been a while since I've had 1 armor, so I take 3 damage.
All right. So you're going to take 3 kinetic damage for that. And then after it is done charging through you, it is going to wheel on you and try and slash you with its claws. 20 versus your evasion will hit. And it will do 6 more kinetic damage lowered by 1 because of your armor. So that is just going to be 5 kinetic total.
Yep.
How are you looking?
I'm at half.
Okay. I was imagining I couldn't remember how much health you have, so I was worried it was gonna be worse.
17. I have a lot of health, dude.
He has a lot of health.
That's good.
It's balanced by the fact that I have an evasion of 7. So, I'm going to get hit a lot.
All right. After the Nempax kind of rushes through and attacks Orion, it is back to your side.
Do I have to move back, Bob, since I'm literally under this thing?
You can share the edge of that space.
Okay.
I'll move you to the front so it's more obvious where you are.
Okay. I just wasn't sure.
Okay. Chimera finally activates.
Chimera activates.
And coincidentally, there's this friendly Nempack who's right in front of me, perfect for ramming. So Chimera is going to run up to the Nempack, and
It's
then
not that kind of friendly.
It's subjective. I'm going to run up and ram it, and because I'm at running speed when I ram, I get I get a little bit of accuracy from that because of Juggernaut. So let's see if I can operate Roll20 correctly again. So it's just a basic melee attack. 17.
17 will hit its evasion.
I'm not going to knock it back, but it will be knocked prone.
All right, and it takes 3 kinetic down to 2 because of its armor.
Yep. And then I am going to attack it now for reals with my battle axe. And I will get, because it's prone, I get an accuracy, and I get a second accuracy because duelist, because the first melee attack I make gives me accuracy. Let's attack it again. 20.
All right, that's a crit. You can roll your damage again and see if you get it better.
Roll the 3.
All right, yeah, I mean, 2 got upgraded to a 3, so 2 of your damage gets through its armor.
I'll take it. And I get a Blade Master dice for that attack.
Nice.
So I feel pretty good. Also, next person to attack it, got a prone impact for you. You're welcome.
I don't know what that means for me.
Also, it's like right in front of you guys, so, you know,
I
pros
mean,
and
that you?
cons.
Chimera?
Sorry?
Is that you, Chimera?
Yeah, that's it. I'm done.
All right. Then it will be back to the other side. Terrafly 6 is going to activate. It is going to fling its oily acid at turret 4 at the very bottom of the wall. Uh, 19 versus its evasion. So it will do 3 energy damage to the turret, reduced by the turret's armor, but is now shredded. And then the Terrafly charges in with its scythe-like arms wailing at it. So Terrafly 6 is going to use its claw attack. All right, it rolled a 12, which will hit. And that means now that the armor of the turret isn't working because it's shredded. So it will take a full 6 damage to turret 4. And that is all Terrafly 6 can reasonably do. Nice and symmetrically, it is turret 4's turn. It is going to charge its thermal lance and fire at that same Terrafly. And super miss. Oh my god, did it miss? It rolled a 4 total by rolling 2 1s in its attack roll.
It actually hit us.
But it does still take 4 heat from charging up that attack. All right, so that is the mining turret done, and then all we have left is Terrafly 4, which does respond to the calls of the Hive Lord. So it is going to shoot out towards you guys as it shoots some oily acid at Orion.
You want to trade spots, Jeremy?
I don't think we can.
I mean, maybe I can move up front. Take some hits.
18 versus evasion will hit.
Totally misses, right? No.
So you're not shredded or anything, so you're just going to take 3 energy damage reduced to 2 because of the armor, it looks like.
Yep. Okay.
All right, 3 energy Orion reduced to 2. And then it is the end of that Terrafly's turn, which also indicates the end of the round. We're going to wrap back up to the beginning of the round. As you do, we're going to come to you guys in a second. You get a message from Torsay, who's been monitoring the fight and like coordinating some of the combat data with what the turrets are giving you. She comes in at the beginning of this round and says, I'm detecting 2 new signals. They're coming from the north.
Biological or mechanical?
It looks like mechanical.
Hopefully they're allies.
I feel like given our luck, they might not be.
As long as they aren't mechanical terraflies, I think I'll be happy.
That would be the pits, is what that would be.
I think I would just give up.
Orion would just initiate self-destruct protocol. Take them all out with him.
Right. Well, it is back to your all's turn. You get to decide who activates first.
Do I have line of sight to Hive Lord from here? I know the Nempat's there, but he's prone, so like,
Normally, I'd say no because the Nempax is larger than you. Because he's prone, I'm going to say absolutely.
Do you guys mind? I know we're in a rough spot because the guy's there.
Go
but...
for it.
Yeah,
I was going to say I kind of want to hit the Nempax while I have +1 accuracy since he's literally sitting there, but it's up to you.
Well, I won't be able to hit my mark target if he stands up next.
That's true.
Yeah, I think the Hive Lord's the bigger threat.
All right, go ahead.
All right. I'm going to activate my protocols. This time because I've already activated the neural shunt. I'm going to do core siphon, so I gain a +1 accuracy on my first attack roll this turn, and +1 difficulty on all other attacks. Crack shot, of course, as well, so it's another accuracy. So it's 2. My gun has 1 accuracy. I'm gonna.
He also has lock on.
So I have lock on, so that's 4. No. Yeah, that's 4. I'm going to take one of them away, though, and steady my aim with crack shot, so I'll get a + to damage if I crit. Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
So weirdly, I stabilized to reload my gun.
Gotcha.
There we go. Why not? I cool my mech. Then I overcharge immediately to fire the gun.
All right, so that is your first overcharge. So that is going to be 1 energy.
1 heat.
1 heat, right.
Correct.
1 heat for rock.
We'll get that on my side in a second here. Let's roll first. So I should have 3 accuracy. Make my roll here. Ooh, that is a crit.
Yeah, totally is. Yeah, you got a
That
25
means-
against it.
That means lots of damage. Okay, I'm gonna re-roll the first 2 first.
Yeah, reroll
Because
the
that's only
damage because
4.
right now you have a 4. You have a 3 + 1.
So
Which-
7 flat damage.
Upgrades to 2 + 5 for 7.
And then because I did the crack shot talent, which gives me a difficulty, I get a bonus d6. So I'm actually going to roll 4d6 on the
Go
shot.
for it.
Holy cow.
That's another 11 damage, and
So, up to
he needs to
18.
make another hull save.
I'm gonna have them make a hull save.
And he's shredded.
So
Oh
no,
yeah, he's shredded, so no resistances.
Holy crap. That's a lot of damage.
Thank you, Phil.
He's hull saves.
Yeah.
He rolled a
Alright,
nat 20.
I was gonna say, since you're with my spotter ability, since you are adjacent to me and consumed a lock on, you can roll twice when you attack. But since you crit, I guess you don't really
I mean,
need
do
to.
I have to use the second result?
No, you can choose.
All right, then I'm gonna do that if I can, if that's still okay, Bob. Because if I nat 20, that's way better.
You want to try and roll that same attack a second time?
I'm just gonna make the attack roll. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, it's not a nat 20, so what doesn't matter.
Okay.
You don't have to use the second result.
You don't.
No.
He gets to
Oh,
choose.
Nice. Cool. That the best way it could have worked out.
Yeah.
I do have my own neural link allows me to do that, but I have to use the second result. But I've been
Right.
getting crit, so I haven't used it. So
Yeah, no, that's fair. Hey. Jay, do you want to go ahead and roll me a d6?
I don't know. Do I?
I don't know. Do you?
I don't know. Do I? 4.
4. Powerful hit. The monstrosity is knocked prone by the force of the blow.
Nice. Right.
You have structured the Hive Lord. Or wounded it, I guess, since it's biological.
Is it, though? That's
It
the
probably has
question.
That used the lock on. It is still shredded, I believe.
It's shredded until the end of its turn.
Okay.
It has an exoskeleton.
That's my turn.
All right. Well, that was Graham's very active turn.
Tried to make it quick. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh,
Do that more. That was great.
I
How
feel
many
like
actions he does in knee? All of them.
It is going to take its turn now to unprone itself and kind of like flitter back up into the air, all confused and shitty about like how it's feeling right now. It's not very happy. It is going to use straight screwed here for the Hive Lord, I believe. I think you have it in a pretty good spot. Here we go.
You can only move, what, half now? Because of fixing prone?
Well, yeah, it flew back up. It's actually not moving at all right now. Graham asked a good question. This is just a good thing for everyone to know. You can activate more than one protocol a turn. The limit on protocol is just that any protocol you are activating all activates at the beginning of your turn before anything else happens.
okay. That's good to know. I didn't realize you could do multiple protocols.
Yeah, I could have. Yeah, I could have actually done one. I for some reason thought it was only one at a time, and something I was doing wasn't a protocol. And I'm like, wait, no, they're both protocols. So good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It is going to sling some oily acid at the turret number 2, right from where it is.
Okay.
And it totally misses. The Hive Lord is very obviously off from the beating it is taking, and just its oily gob of acid just goes wide and lands somewhere behind the wall. All right, back to your side.
Mind if I take a shot at the Nempax, guys?
Go for it.
I think you've been itching for it. Go for it.
Yeah. It kind of attacked me.
Kind
Kinda
of hurt my
did.
feelings.
Just go ahead. Just kick it while it's down.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with a heavy pattern laser rifle. Now, this is a cannon, which triggers my siege specialist too. So, once per round before rolling an attack with a cannon, all adjacent characters, fortunately Chimera, you're not adjacent, must succeed on a hull save or not be knocked back and knocked prone. So I guess this means that it rolls over.
Yeah, basically.
And I'm pushed back one space in any direction. And this
You said
happens.
it's what, a hull save?
Yeah, a hull save. It has to beat an 11.
Rolled a 13.
Okay. So it doesn't move, but I fly back one space. And this
Okay.
happens before the attack, so I should be out of range for engagement to modify the attack.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. That's the important part of how this works, because it happens before the attack fires.
You're technically still adjacent to it.
Am I? Okay.
Yeah, because you were kind of like sharing the edge of its space, and now you're just adjacent to it. It is a large sized creature. It takes up 3 hexes.
Well, I get +1 accuracy for it being prone, so it just takes 0 accuracy.
Exactly.
So first shot with the laser rifle, 14.
14 will hit.
I take 3 heat, which will take me up to 7. Okay.
Gotcha. You're in the danger zone.
It also takes 3 burn, so it immediately takes 3 additional damage. I don't know if you've marked that.
Impacts 2. It was not burning yet, but it does take 1, 2, 3 energy damage because it has 1 armor. But the 3 burn does 1, 2, 3 more damage and then adds 3 burn to it. It's a lot of burn.
Well, to follow that up, I'm going to fire my laser rifle. And since this is the first shot I've made this round while being in the danger zone, if I do hit, I deal an additional 1d6 damage. So here we go. 18.
18 will hit.
So it will take, hold on, let me roll the 1d6. It will take 7 damage plus an additional 1 burn.
Nice.
Plus an additional 1 burn. Hey, Jeremy, go ahead and roll me a d6.
Oh man, these things have structures too?
Yep.
Holy crap.
They were like
4.
this when you guys fought them in the city too. Powerful hit. It's knocked prone by the force of the blow. You're driving this mofo into the ground. Yeah, it is just, the ground is concave now.
God.
How much prone can you get?
Can prone enemies take reactions out of curiosity? I don't, I'm curious. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's all I can do, really. It's now on fire with a lot of burn.
Yeah,
Nice.
It is.
And I'm at 8 heat. I don't know did I say I gained 1 extra heat from that laser rifle,
Yeah,
Bob?
you gain 1 more heat from the soul burn.
Okay. That's all I got.
All right. In this case, I'm pretty sure that thing is going to want to activate right now.
It's on fire.
It takes its So how does burn work? Is it at the beginning of the turn?
It's at the end of its turn. It has to make a save, or it takes damage.
Take the damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So it unprones itself. It stands up, and it doesn't like you, Jer.
I know.
Really doesn't like you. So it's going to go ahead and roll its recharge. See if it gets its ability back. It does not.
Thank God.
This is fine.
It is going to use its claw attack on you. That is a 22 versus your evasion, which will do 6 kinetic damage minus the 1 for your armor.
So it takes me down to 2 health.
So yeah, it does 5 to you. Down to 2. Gotcha. And then Impax 2 is going to also all right, cool. It has another quick action, and it has another thing. So it is going to activate Burrower. It is going to burrow into the ground. This does count as moving away, so at the very least, Orion and CHIMERA are going to be able to make a swing at it. Do Comet or Rock have threat 2 or threat 3? weapons?
I don't think I do. No.
Would that be like a keyword on it?
It would depend on your weapon.
Yeah, it's
it
like
would
the
be.
icon.
It would either say threat something on there, or it would show like all melee weapons have a threat range.
Okay,
It's that
yeah,
little
I don't
symbol
have
that
that.
has like a target symbol on it. Every weapon in the game has threat 1, but some have 2 and 3. So Orion and Chimera, you're both able to take a single swing at it as it burrows into the ground.
Do you want to go first, or should I go?
I got it.
Oh, actually, it's still its turn. Cool.
Okay.
I almost thought I forgot about burn. I didn't. It's not time yet.
It's not time for burn.
Well, I rolled a 6, but my assault rifle has reliable 2.
All right, so you're gonna eke in another damage through its armor.
That was the whole point.
Yep. Chimera.
I'm gonna attack, and I'll have accuracy because it's the first melee attack of the round. 13.
13 will hit its evasion.
Okay, and it does 6 damage, which I guess is 5 because of armor.
Yep.
And I get a Blade Master dice.
All right. So that is Nempax 2's turn. He is going to go subterranean.
While on fire.
While on fire.
That's kind of impressive.
Is it a hull save it makes?
It's an
for the
engineering
burn?
check.
Engineering.
How does
You
that
know,
work?
those biological engineering checks.
It's like probably like a biology check, I guess.
It gets a 16.
It wins.
So it loses all of its burn.
That's a very intelligent impact to have a good engineering roll.
It decided.
Yeah,
it decided
very.
while it was underground to stop, drop, and roll.
I would imagine
have,
being underground helped a bit.
The Nempax have really good trade schools.
Lesson 1: when on fire.
All right, well that was the Nempax turn. Who wants to activate next?
I can. Let's throw some lock-ons on some
for it.
bad guys. I have a question. Can I make tech attacks on biological creatures?
Yes.
Interesting.
Kind of.
Yeah.
There are certain things that won't work. It technically has an E defense, but it is immune to certain things.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I haven't been doing some of my tech attacks because I'm not sure like how it'd work against biologicals, but I think I could do like my marker light is tech attack, and on a success they take 2 heat, lock on, and cannot benefit from soft cover until lock on is cleared. Additionally, once before the start of my next turn, when an allied character hits your target, you may declare that reaction. You may declare as a reaction they have hit a weak spot, and then the attack is a critical hit. I feel like that's probably something I could do against these guys. So it's not like I'm hacking their computer systems or something. But what does taking heat mean for biologicals?
Heat means energy
Fever.
damage.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try this.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my marker light to do a tech attack against the Hive Lord one, and let's see how that goes. Tech attack. Why do I have a bonus 1 to my tech attack? Oh, I know why. Alright, so let me roll that. So 21.
21 will hit its E defense.
Okay, so if this works, then the Hive Lord takes 2 heat. I inflict lock on, and it cannot benefit from soft cover until the lock on is cleared. Before the start of my next turn, if anyone attacks the allied, attacks my target, I can use a reaction to say it was a critical hit. Does that make sense?
Okay, does that work for things like that I have that if I crit, I deal more damage?
Yeah, because I can just
So
say
you can
if it wasn't
guarantee that I
a
crit.
critical hit, and you hit the target, then I can say it's a critical hit.
Bitch, I got 4 accuracy. I'm not worried about hitting a target.
Yeah, you just want a critical hit. Okay, so that's a full action. That was a full tech attack. I'm not going to move, so I'll go invisible at the end of my turn. But also, since I didn't move, my Spotter 2 talent lets me... no, I didn't take... I'm sorry, I didn't do the lock on quick tech action. I did Marker Light, which gives me lock on. So I can't do the Spotter 2 thing. If Spotter 2 says if I did the lock on quick action and I didn't move, I can lock on again as a free action. But that doesn't apply here. However, I can say that the Hive Lord is shredded again since I inflicted lock on him. Do that once per round. That's my turn.
All right. So that does it for COMET.
And
That
now I'm
means
invisible.
Now you're invisible. So what exactly did you put on the Hive Lord again?
Lock on, 2 heat, and shredded.
All right.
I was like, there was a lot of words.
Yeah.
Said things.
Yeah. Lock on, 2 heat, and shredded. So that 2 heat is going to translate into just 2 energy damage on the Hive Lord.
Correct.
All right. So
And rambling.
as we finish up there, we are actually going to go to Nempax number 3, who's going to activate and continue to attempt to claw at this turret. Is going to... Oh, wait. 8. Yeah, so it is actually going to hit the turret, dealing 6 damage. And that is turret 3. So from afar, you can tell that turret 3 is getting really fucked up. Impacts 3. Bam. Back to your time.
Yeah, it's me. I'm just trying to decide. I can maybe do like a reliable shot on the Hive Lord, but like I kind of want to say to lock on for someone who can actually deal a
I
lot
would
of damage.
save that for Rock. I would go after the Terrorfly.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So I'm going to run up to the.
By the way, you can choose to consume lock on. You don't have to.
I'd rather like tear a chunk out of the Terrorfly.
That's fine. I
I
just want to make that clear. Like, just because a character or an enemy has lock on doesn't mean when you attack you automatically consume it. You actually choose to consume the lock on and get the +1 accuracy.
CHIMERA, why don't I read you using your targeting sensors?
But someone locked on already.
I think we talked about this in the past, but I just want to get a confirmation. If I want to do like 2 weapon attacks, a barrage effectively, I can't just do like 1 attack, run, and then do the second attack. Or move.
No, it is when you do the barrage, you have to take that action on the hex you're currently on.
Okay, doke. Okay, I'm gonna run up to the Terrafly. I'm not gonna get all the way there, just because of actually, it would be here. Just because of the limitations of my mech, I cannot run that fast. And then once I get up there, I'm going to barrage, starting with my I'm gonna pull out my Impaler nail gun. So let's roll the dice, and I don't. It's a close combat weapon, so I don't have to worry about being too close.
Well, you're not close enough to be engaged, anyways.
Good point. Okay, these be good. Ooh, I'll take that. I rolled a 19 and do 6 damage, and targets must save on a hull save or to become immobilized. And I take a heat.
You take the heat.
I can handle the heat.
All right, one heat for Chimera.
Your old mech definitely could not. It didn't like the burn.
We don't talk about that.
Chuck, one thing I was just reading in the rules is you can't like split up your barrage, but you can split up the movement. So for example, you can move like 4 hexes, take a full barrage action. You would have to take the full barrage action, but then after that resolves, you can move another like 2 hexes or something.
Yeah, I definitely remember that. Fortunately, it's not too helpful for this situation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the save for the hull save, Bob, is has to be to 12.
Okay.
And because of my armor, not only do they become immobilized, but they also become shredded.
21 for its save.
Oy vey. Okay. Well, it did good. Good job, Terrafly. For my second attack, I'm just going to use my good old fashioned assault rifle. So here we go. 11.
11 will hit its evasion.
Oh, sweet. So it does 4 damage. I think we've established it has armor, so
Yeah, it has 1 armor, so it'll take 3 more damage from that.
still pretty good.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I did a bunch of damage to the Terrafly, and I probably got its aggro. That's it for me.
All right, that is Chimera done.
You got its eternal gratitude.
I think we have different definitions.
All right,
just wants
the
to repay the
turrets are
favor.
going to start to activate. The turrets all have an ability called Cooling Module. At the start of the turn, it clears all heat as long as it hasn't moved.
Well, thank goodness.
Wait a second, didn't one of them dodge?
Didn't leave the space.
I think I saw it jump up in the air.
Didn't leave the hex.
Little legs came out of the bottom and it ran away.
You know, it's an exploitation of the rules, Todd. The hex doesn't count vertical distance.
They're really min-maxing the rules every way they can.
These turrets are like, man, I can't move anyway. I'm gonna take the really strong weapon that I get to cool down for each turn. So we're just gonna go through the 4 turrets and then the 4 remaining enemies. So I'm gonna roll the 4 turrets in a row. So turret 1, 2, 3, and 4 are gonna each attack the enemy in front of them. Turrets 1 and 2 are going to attack Nempax 4. Turret 3 is going to attack Terrafly 5, and turret 4 is going to attack Terrafly 6. Okay, all the turrets hit.
One of them crit.
Oh, wow,
and
yeah.
Unfortunately, they all do flat damage. So, Nempax 4 is going to...
Obviously, the one that crit just gets to jump for joy. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
It moves its head up
Does
and down.
the Pixar lamp thing?
Yeah.
And then Terrafly 5 is going to take 5. Terrafly 6. It's going to take 5. There we go. All right. Now I need to go through the Terraflies and the Nempacks. So, the Terrafly closest to you, Chimera, is going to throw a globule of oily acid at you. So that's Terrafly 4. Three is going to miss. And it is going to charge forward at you and attempt to rake at you with its claws.
And in turn takes 1 damage.
Oh,
It
yeah,
does.
It'll do that.
For a creature with spikes, it doesn't really pay attention to other people's spikes.
24 versus your evasion.
Yes, and I'm going to spend one of my Blade Master dies to parry the attack, so I have resistance on the damage when that comes up.
All right, so we determined that we just did this last time. It is armor first, then resistance, right? Because armor just prevents it from coming through. So you have 2 armor, so that'll bring it down to 4, and then it's cut in half. So you're going to take 2 kinetic damage.
This is fine.
Meanwhile, Orion's over here with his 2 health.
That's a lot of damage.
I finally got that reference, Jay. Like I know the meme, but when I said it last time, I wasn't referencing. I just said it was a lot of damage.
That's a reference?
All right.
It's always a reference.
Terrafly 5 is going to attack the turret. Is going to attempt to throw acid at it first. It succeeds. The turret is already shredded. So it is going to take full damage. And, yep. Okay, unfortunately, Minor Turret 3 took so much concentrated damage that the acid just burns through it, and it is now indefensible slag.
No! Minor Turret 3. I had so many plans for you and me.
Terrafly 5 is going to spend its movement to move down towards Terrafly 6 to help tag team the other turret, is going to slam at it with its claws. Uh, 16. This turret is also shredded from Terrafly 6. So its claws do the full 6 damage to turret 4. Looks pretty darn banged up. 5. Terrafly 6. Its acid spittle doesn't wear off until the end of its next turn, so which is this turn right now. So it's actually going to use its claws first. Just going to do the same thing as the previous did. 17. It slices Minor Turret 4 just in twain. In twain. And now that is another defense turret eliminated. And then Nempax 4 is going to continue attacking the most far north turret. Is going to attack with its claws. 19 will hit. It will do 6 minus the turret's armor, which is 2, so it's going to do 4 damage to it. And that is the end of that round. As that round ends, you get signals starting to pop up on your local kind of tracking systems, like your target acquisition systems, that two more what are currently flagged as friendly targets approaching from the north.
That's good.
Keyword current.
All right, who wants to activate first?
I imagine Rock.
Yeah, let's get Rock on this.
This gotta be me.
Let's get our rocks on.
I mean, I can go if you want, but my turn's gonna be much more boring.
I'm just gonna repeat the same thing I did last time, I guess.
I like to see a lot of damage.
So this. So I have a lock on. Use every time, but crack shot, core siphon. You haven't given any leadership or anything, right?
No.
Weapon. Okay, so yeah, it's 3 accuracy.
Last time you had 4, and then you used one to like.
Yeah, to get more damage out of it.
He's doing that still.
Oh, he's doing the same. All right.
I'm going.
Did you have to reload?
Oh yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing a stabilization overcharge.
Okay, so for
I
this
will-
overcharge, you're gonna have to roll the d3.
That's correct. Yeah, I was just rolling the damage first to do the heat after, but I can do
Okay.
that first. It's 3. Okay, so I will go
3 heat for Rock.
to 4.
All right, you've hit the danger zone, but you do hit the Hive Lord.
Well,
So-
hold on.
Yeah.
Yep.
So a couple things you could do. You can, if you want, you can roll it again.
So I can roll it again myself, but I have to keep the second result. But then COMET's also giving me a reroll, so can I then choose between the second result or the third result?
Oh, and additionally, I can also use my reaction to just make the attack a critical hit.
I would just go with that.
I can do that, but if we're maximizing like the amount of stuff we can do, I don't know if you're gonna attack again, because I can't.
I'm not.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, let's just do that. So I'll use my reaction from Marker Light.
Well, let me use your free reroll, right?
Sure. I mean,
How are you
either
letting
way,
him
it's
reroll again?
kind of free. So the reroll comes from Spotter. My
Because
pilot
you
type.
have a lock on it. Right?
Yeah, it's when
Okay.
an allied adjacent character attacks a target and consumes lock on. They may roll
Gotcha.
twice and
All right,
choose the
so
result.
you re-rolled. Right now you
Uh,
have a 15
the-
and 14.
Yeah, I actually think they both hit, but it doesn't matter. I'll just
They
take the
both would have.
15.
Yep.
Yep. So we'll take the 15, and then you make it a crit, I assume.
Yes. Yeah. So it's use my reaction to say that you hit a weak spot. So let's say you hit him in the soft underbelly, and the attack becomes a critical hit.
Okay. So the 3 damage I did, I'm re-rolling, and it is now 4.
Okay. 4
and
damage.
then my extra critical damage is 12, so 16 damage, and it has to make a hull save if it's still alive.
Rock, you finish off the Hive Lord. You take aim, and with what is a surprising amount of just deftness, as it kind of like lifts back up and is like hovering precariously. You just blast through the creature as it spirals to the ground, and it is significant mass. So when it lands, it just blows up this cloud of dust around it in all directions.
Nice.
Hey, Evelene,
Nice
we
going.
found a corpse.
Well, waste my hands. Well, mission accomplished. Let's go home, boys.
As we just turn around and walk off the battlefield.
Alrighty. Well, that's my turn.
Slap side of planet. You can fit so many corpses on this bad boy. All right, that is Rock going to the other team. That is losing their team slowly. Enraged at the loss of the Hive Lord, Terrafly 4 is going to activate. It is going to... Are you shredded right now, Chimera?
I am not, but I probably will be soon.
All right, so you didn't get hit with the acid spittle last
Nope.
time? I thought you did.
Nope. It rolled poorly. I dodged it.
Oh, cool. Okay, it is going to attempt to acid spittle you again, but it does take difficulty on this. Because it is adjacent to you.
And it takes 1 damage.
It does.
8 versus evasion.
Not good. Evasion is 9.
Okay, yeah, no, that misses then. It is going to follow up by raking at you with its claws.
And it takes 1 additional damage. This thing is killing itself.
I mean, it does have 1 armor. Is that armor piercing damage, Chimera, for your close range I'm being hit attack?
Actually, you're right. I think it is. I'm double checking right now. Yes, it is armor piercing.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, you're nickel and diming it to death. But it does pull a 12 off on you. So you're only going to take 6 kinetic, lowered to 5 by your armor.
I'm activating my second Blade Master dice to gain resistance.
2, that is. You're the very armored one. So yeah, you're gonna take 2 kinetic total after resistance and armor.
Yeah, I'm fine with this.
All right, Chimera. That is the end of Terrafly's turn. It is back to your side.
You guys mind if I go?
Yeah, sure.
It matters at this point, but so I'm going to stabilize and use my last repair capacity to restore myself back to full health. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, so that takes me back up to 17 HP. Then I am going to overcharge, which is my first overcharge of the game, so I take 1 heat.
Question here. You just stabilized. Are you doing something about your heat or no?
I cannot. I can choose either to restore HP or clear heat, not both.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're at so with that overcharge, you are now up to 9 heat.
Yep, 9 out of 10. And then I am going to follow it up by just firing my assault rifle at Terrafly. Which if it does hit, it still gets wrecked. I crit. So
nice.
It deals 6
you already
damage.
rolled maximum damage.
Hold on, plus 1d6. And okay, so it takes an additional 1 damage. Plus, I forgot to mention last time, Nuclear Cavalier also deals 2 heat. So I didn't mention it because I didn't think it mattered. My fault.
It does. Yeah, no worries. This one, though, is enough to roast this Terrafly that is on Chimera.
Right.
You just burn it out of the sky.
I'm on a rampage against Terraflies, guys.
I mean, given the last fight, I think it's understandable.
All right.
Also good teamwork, I think. We're really doing a good job with these guys.
Yep. Thanks for tanking those 2 attacks.
That's what I'm here for.
And then I'm going to charge forward a couple of spaces towards the Nempax. And that'll be it. That'll be it for me.
All right. So that is Orion done. Back to their side. All right. That is going to be let's see. Terrafly 5 is going to activate. It is going to spend its significant amount of move distance to get here. A little bit closer to y'all. And then it is going to boost to move that speed again. And boost is just a quick action, right?
Yeah, it can
Yes.
do a skirmish next.
All right, so it's going to skirmish by throwing a acid spittle at you, Orion.
Oh, it's on.
Use your sick dodge skills.
7 versus your
Hit my
evasion.
evasion.
Nice. All right. Well, you're going to take 3 energy, which is down to 2.
Yep.
Because...
Thank God I
Armor.
repaired, because that would have structured me.
And now you are shredded.
Yep.
Orion. So, oh, right. You just healed, right? So you're just
Yep.
going to take 2 down to 15,
Mm-hmm.
and you're shredded.
Okay. And can you put the X through Terrafly 4? Because he is very dead.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course, of course, of course. A horse, of course.
Of course.
All right, that is Terrafly 5's turn. It is back to your side.
I can go next. I think I'm gonna rinse and repeat. I'm gonna run up to Terrafly 4. And
5, I assume?
Boy, yes. I meant 5. Thank you.
He's
No,
gonna beat
I'm-
Terrafly 4 into the ground, just because.
He knows what he did. Yeah, I'm gonna run up to 5 and ram it.
Okay.
And same rules apply. I get an accuracy boost because I'm running. So let's see what it does. 18.
18 will hit. So you're going to do 5 kinetic to Terrafly 5. So 4 of that will get through.
Yep. And then since he's knocked prone, I'm going to hit him again with my melee weapon.
Hit him again.
Ooh, 10.
10 will hit.
Oh, good.
But your 1 damage does not break through its armor.
I mean, it's the fact I hit him when he was down. It's psychological damage.
Psychological damage.
If you say so.
It sounds good in my head anyway. I get a Blade Master die out of it, so it's not a wasted effort.
Yeah, perfect.
Is that how hacking works on biological enemies? It's psychological damage?
Yeah, you Chimera?
Yeah, that is my full round, and Terrafly is prone.
Prone. All right. Terrafly 5, 6. Terrafly 6 is going to activate.
Oh, there he is. He's all the way at the bottom of the map. Forgot about him.
He's busy beating up turds.
And then
He's busy.
from here, it is going to shoot its acid spittle at Chimera. 14 versus evasion.
Yeah, it definitely hits.
So are you already shredded?
Not yet. I am now, I bet.
Okay. Well, now you will be. It does 3 energy damage down to 1 because of your armor.
Okay.
But now you are shredded.
Okay. I am now shredded.
All right, and that is Terrafly 6's turn. Back to your side.
All right, that leaves me. I'm going to. All right, so I'm going to attack Terrafly 6 with my 2 Oracle Geez. Oh wait, they're range of 15, not 20. So I don't think I can.
Well, then
reach.
attack 3, or I mean not 3, 5.
5. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'll do.
might as well.
So I'll attack Terrafly 5.
And you get an additional accuracy because he's prone. You get an
Ooh.
accuracy because he's prone.
Okay.
So add a 1d6 to that.
Yeah, so I rolled a 7 on that first one before I realized 1d6. All right, that's a 13 on the first one. Second one.
13 versus Terrafly 5, so it's yeah, 13 hits and then 16 hits. Those both hit.
You had 0 accuracy on that there.
Yeah, in fact, I also should have, these weapons are accurate, and I keep forgetting to add the accuracy to it.
Well,
so let me add a 2, or let me add 1d6.
I don't think critting will make it hit any harder, but, for posterity's sake.
Yeah.
You rolled
right,
max
so
damage.
I rolled 3. All right, so yeah, so the first one is 1 damage, which I don't think does anything unless he's shredded.
Does not. Yeah.
And the second one does 3 damage.
Yep. So we'll get through for 2.
All right, I'll put lock on Terrafly 5, and he's also shredded. I'll end my turn without moving, which thanks to Spotter 2 gives me another lock on as a free action, which I'll place on Terrafly 6. So 5 and 6 have lock on. 5 also has shredded. Does that make sense?
Say that again?
5 and 6 have lock on.
5 and 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
5 has shredded as well. That makes sense how that happened. Because Spotter 2 says that if I don't move and I take the lock on quick tech action, I can lock on again as a free action. That's how I
Yeah,
have to.
totally.
All right, and that's it for me. I go back to being invisible.
Okay. Well, Comet, you're all completed with all your stuff, right? You did your attacks, you did all your lock-ons.
Yeah.
So I need to deactivate your character. There we go. Okay, that fixes everything. My combat queue is getting screwed up.
Gotcha.
All right. Nempax 4 is going to continue to climb the barricade to try and destroy the turret number 1, the northernmost turret. It will hit with a 13, and the 6 damage will get reduced to just 4 as it hits the turret. Bam. That's Nempax 4. And then it's just the mining turrets and the other Nempax left. So the mining turrets are each going to attack Nempax 4 with their laser cannon.
Pew, pew.
14 hits, 2 misses. So they, in return fire, do 6 energy damage. Nempax 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because of the armor. And then Nempax 3, seeing the commotion behind it, is going to move in that direction.
join the
And
party.
then it still has its rampage, so it is going to use its rampage, which will move it another 6.
Oh, no.
So
I don't like the sound of this.
is going to move to here.
Nope.
All right. It is rammed through you and Terrafly 5. Both of you need to make a agility save. The Terrafly, I think, succeeded.
Nope. I rolled a 6.
You, my friend, did not. So you are going to take 4 kinetic since you are shredded.
Okay.
All right, so 4 kinetic for Chimera.
Starting to look a little bruised.
And then it is going to turn on you and rake at you with its claws.
Definitely not looking good.
Uh, 10 versus your evasion.
Yeah, that hits. Fortunately, my evasion's at 9.
All right, well, that is going to do another 6 kinetic damage to you.
Oof. I think that's a structure damage right there. Yes, it is.
6. Really? I have you at 2 HP left.
I mean, let's see. I took 2. Yeah. I took 2 damage from the 2 Terrifies with when I had my resistance up. Took 1 from the acid spray. I took 4 from the ram, and I took another 6 from just now. So that's 15.
Wouldn't you have 2 less from the ram, or do you not have armor?
I'm shredded.
Oh. Get fucked then.
Pretty much.
I appreciate the honesty.
I tried.
Yeah.
See, I only have you having taken 13 damage here. Oh, wait, there was this 6. Okay, I see. From before, there was the other 6 kinetic you took that was also basically just 2 damage. Did you stabilize to heal at some point?
I haven't been. No, that was
7, 8, 9,
That was me.
10, 11, 12, 13. I'm just looking at all the damage you took. Chimera, 14, 15, 16, 17. I have that you should have taken 17 damage already this fight.
Interesting. Wait, me or
Oh no, I'm miscounting this 3. This 3 was actually only you taking 1 damage because you still had your armor up at that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what it is. I missed one of your armors. So no, yeah, that exactly structures you.
Yeah, it was dead on. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Before I roll the structure damage, I'm going to check the paint because the paint is the most important part of my.
Check that paint.
And the paint does not come through.
Paint's fine. You're not.
At least my sweet paint job is still
Okay.
looking good.
Now the actual structure roll, which is
I'm
a
on fire. Paint still looks awesome.
2. That's all that's important. What is 2? System trauma. Parts of your mech have been torn off.
All right, yeah, read it out for us, Chimera.
Parts of your mech are torn off. Roll a d6 on 1 to 3. All weapons of a mount are destroyed. On a 4 to 6, a system of your choice is destroyed. So I need to roll another
roll
d6.
another d6.
Yeah, I was just looking at the PDF. I rolled a 5, so that's a system.
All right, pick one of your systems to destroy. Looks like right now your options are stable structure, webjaw snare, personalizations, and paint job.
I'm gonna do webjaw snare. It hasn't been too useful yet.
All right, you have destroyed your webjaw snare as this creature just slams through you, turns around, and just smashes you in the back. You can feel some of the equipment that you were carrying on your mech just get dashed to the ground and shatters.
Yep, not looking too good for. Well, it's the first structure.
It's not a Lancer fight if Chuck doesn't get structured.
It is, yeah. I mean, how else are we going to mark time?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it can't be a true Lancer fight. Chuck's not on fire.
Again, we don't talk.
That's a good point. Yeah,
we don't talk about that. And if I remember correctly, I'm still shredded afterward, right?
Yep.
Then yeah, all the boxes have been checked and updated. I'm good, relatively speaking.
All right, and at the end of this round, because we are hitting at the end of this round, the two energy signals that have been headed south this whole time just get into range to the point where your IFF completely picks them up. One of them registers as concern, and the other registers as valet. They both enter in on the northern ridge with weapons drawn. This is where we are going to stop our session for the night.
Cliffhanger.
And we are going to see what a couple of Lancer pilots are doing on this planet when we return to the game.
Not sure if that was a bad pun, Todd, considering where our two new allies are currently stationed. On top of a cliff,
Literally
overlooking
on
the
a cliff.
battlefield.
I'm still neural shunted, and I can mark whatever I want, including Lancer pilots if I need be. So,
There we go.
I mean, if you guys really want, I can set Chuck on fire again just to make sure this is a real Lancer episode.
Oh, we
Please no.
probably should.
Please
right?
no.
I mean, just for safety, right?
Yeah.
We'll do it in post. As in,
it
like,
doesn't count.
never. Exactly.
like the worst After Effects little fire icon on Chimera.
All right,
Yeah, pretty much.
Chuck. But if we fail this entire mission next time, we will all know why.
And then light you on fire for real.
This is fine. I can accept this.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see what is going on this planet. Perhaps we'll get a little bit more insight when we see what waits on the other side of this defensive combat. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Later.